There's a question we've all asked ourselves at some point. Where did the universe come from? Why am I here? Whether you're religious, atheist, or agnostic, it doesn't matter. We've all pondered these big questions. While there are many answers out there, according to the laws of life that we're constantly learning and proving every day, only one of these answers can be correct, and the rest must be false. Consider this. If I say a triangle has 3 sides, and someone else insists a triangle has 4 sides, we know one of us is wrong. We can look at any triangle and count the sides. Or think about a bicycle. If one person says, a bicycle has 2 wheels, and another claims, a bicycle has 4 wheels, we can simply look at a bike to find the truth. Just like these clear-cut facts, there cannot be 2 contradicting truths about the same question. So, let's embark on this journey together to discover which answer to our existence is the correct one. In our search for the truth about where we came from, there are many different perspectives. Some believe in a creator, a higher being who designed the universe. Others point to the Big Bang as the starting point of everything, while evolution explains how life developed over time. Some remain undecided, like agnostics, who say the answer might be beyond human understanding. Then, there are atheists who believe no creator is needed, and everything can be explained by natural processes. Deists think a creator started it all but isn't involved anymore, while pantheists believe the universe itself is divine. But as we discussed before, there can only be one truth. Just as the triangle cannot have both 3 sides and 4, the objective fact, when found, will rule out all contradicting ideas. Let's take a closer look at each of these ideas, breaking them down one by one, and see which path brings us closer to understanding the truth. Can something truly come from nothing? Let's explore this logically. Imagine an empty box. If it contains absolutely nothing, no particles, no energy, can anything suddenly appear from it? Of course not. Nothing produces nothing. Now, think of the universe. If there was ever a point where there was no time, space, or matter, just complete nothingness, logically, nothing would exist now. But here we are. The universe exists, and nothing can't create anything. This principle is universal. Everything we observe needs a cause, whether it's the formation of a star or a change in temperature. Like adding 0 to 0, nothing cannot bring anything into existence. So, if the universe exists, something must have caused it. Something beyond nothing explains its existence. Now, let's explore another possibility. Have you ever thought about the possibility of the universe creating itself? Let's break that down logically. For something to create itself, it would have to exist and not exist at the same time. But logically, this is impossible. Something cannot act on itself if it doesn't already exist. Imagine a book. Can that book write itself before it even exists? Of course not. For anything to bring itself into existence, it would need to already exist, which is a contradiction. The very idea of self-creation falls apart under basic logic. Even science supports this. Every effect must have a cause that comes before it. The universe is no exception. For it to exist, there must be something that caused it, but it couldn't have caused itself. This brings us closer to understanding that the universe's cause must be something beyond the universe, something that didn't need to be created. Let's examine the idea of the multiverse or a creator. Have you heard of the multiverse theory? It suggests our universe is one of many. But let's apply our previous logic here. Where did all those universes come from? If everything we see must have a cause, then just as nothing cannot create something, a multitude of nothingness cannot generate universes. Even if there are infinite universes, they too need an origin. Now, let's focus on the necessity of a creator. For anything to exist out of nothing, there must be a cause outside the chain of creation. This uncaused cause is what we identify as the creator, timeless, spaceless, and uncaused. Every chain of events must lead to a starting point. If every universe, including the multiverse, was caused, then there must be something that initiated it all. This essential cause leads us to the conclusion that a creator must exist, providing the foundation for everything we observe. We've shown that the universe cannot come from nothing, create itself, or be explained by the multiverse. So what's left? There must be a cause outside the universe. Something timeless, spaceless, and powerful enough to create it all. To understand this creator, we must consider the qualities required to bring everything into existence. Take something simple like a bottle of water. Creating it from existing materials requires intelligence and power. Now, imagine the intelligence and power needed to create the vast and complex universe. The sun rises and sets. The moon controls the tides. Day and night alternate with precision. And gravity holds everything in place. Such consistent order cannot be random. It points to an intentional cause, a creator. This creator, by necessity, must be above the laws of time, space, and physics. If the creator were subject to these laws, it would be just another creation, not the source of everything. The creator must be timeless, spaceless, and without limits. No partners, no equals. Because anything created is dependent and cannot be the ultimate cause. Let's outline the key characteristics of this creator. 1. Eternal. The creator must have no beginning or end. If the creator had a starting point, it would require another cause, which contradicts the concept of being the ultimate source. 2. All-powerful. The complexity and precision of the universe, from galaxies to DNA, demand a creator with unlimited power. 3. Independent. The creator must rely on nothing to exist or function. The universe depends on the creator, but the creator depends on nothing, making it truly independent. 4. One creator. The creator must be one. If there were multiple creators, their dependency would cause conflict or disorder in the universe. Yet, we see perfect harmony, which suggests a singular, unified creator. Now, you might ask, if everything needs a cause, who created the creator? The answer lies in understanding that not everything requires a cause. Only things that begin to exist do. The universe had a starting point, so it needs an explanation. But the creator, being eternal, has no beginning and, therefore, needs no cause. If everything required a cause and we traced it back endlessly, we'd never reach a starting point, which is illogical. The fact that we exist means there must be a first cause beyond the universe, an uncaused cause. This eternal being is not part of the system it created. It must exist beyond time, space, and the laws of the universe. Without such a being, nothing could exist. But we do, and that is proof of a creator beyond the chain of causes. Now, let's ask a common question. Is it possible that there are multiple creators, each with a role? One in charge of the sun, the other in charge of the moon? Let's break this possibility down. If one creator is responsible for the sun and another for the moon, each would be limited to their specific role. But a true creator wouldn't have any boundaries. If they are confined to certain tasks, it means they're dependent and restricted by their responsibilities, traits of a creation, not the ultimate creator. Now, think about this. If a being is created just to control one thing, that means it was made for a single purpose. But the ultimate creator wouldn't be created for a purpose, wouldn't be created at all. They'd be the origin of all purposes, existing without limits or dependencies. These divided roles prove that those beings are not all-encompassing, not the true source of everything. They too would be part of the chain of creation. But what about multiple co-equal creators? Could multiple all-powerful creators coexist? Let's break it down. If they were truly omnipotent, they'd have the ability to control everything, including each other. But if one creator can control another, the second isn't truly all-powerful. And if neither can control the other, that means both are limited, which contradicts the very idea of omnipotence. Even if these creators are always in harmony, the mere potential for conflict reveals a flaw. A truly all-powerful being wouldn't need to compromise or share power. Why have multiple creators when one can do everything? It introduces unnecessary complexity, making the existence of multiple omnipotent beings both redundant and illogical. And here's something to consider. Our very ability to reason and think logically is part of the creation itself, given to us by the Creator so we can understand the truth. Now that we've arrived at the conclusion that there must be one Creator who is all-powerful, independent, and the source of everything, let's take it further. Does this Creator have purpose and wisdom, or is everything random? Let's explore. When you look around, you can't help but notice the order in nature. Birds migrate without maps. Bees instinctively know how to build their hives in a perfect hexagonal pattern. And humans, from the moment they're born, instinctively know how to interact with their environment. Even a newborn knows how to suckle for survival without any teaching. This natural order is found in every living being, pointing to a purposeful design. Take DNA, for instance, the blueprint of life. Every strand holds precise instructions for how to build and maintain an organism. And it's not just life forms. Look at the laws of nature. Gravity, thermodynamics, and the speed of light all operate with precision. These aren't random occurrences. They reflect the wisdom and intention of the Creator. The Creator didn't just create the universe. This Creator did so with immense wisdom, intelligence, and purpose. Everything we see around us, from living organisms to the natural laws that govern the universe, points to an intelligent and purposeful design. The way planets move in perfect orbits, the balance between ecosystems, and even the fine-tuned constants of physics all reflect the Creator's wisdom. If this Creator took such care to design every detail of the universe, wouldn't it follow that the Creator also designed us with purpose? We're not just accidental byproducts of the universe. We have a role to play within this vast creation. Just as every other element of existence is meticulously crafted, so too must be our own existence. It's not just about understanding that we were created, but recognizing that our existence has meaning and direction. The next step in our journey is to explore that purpose and how it ties back to the wisdom of the Creator. We've seen how the Creator's wisdom and intelligence are evident in the purposeful design of every living being in the universe. But what about us? Are we the exception? Everything in the universe has a role, from the smallest cell to the largest star. So why would we be the exception, creatures without a purpose? We're not, but we are different. We have something unique. Choice. Unlike all living beings driven solely by instinct, we can think, reason, and choose. Perhaps the Creator gave us this ability so we can seek answers, choose to acknowledge Him, and choose to follow His guidance. But here's the challenge. Without objective guidance, our choices and opinions on what's right or wrong will differ. Morality, when left to human subjectivity, becomes a matter of personal opinion. What seems right to one person may seem wrong to another. This leads to endless cycles of conflict and chaos because our standards of morality will always clash. However, subjective opinions do not change objective reality. Consider the example of a triangle. By definition, a triangle has 3 sides. If someone subjectively claims that a triangle has 4 sides, it doesn't change the fact that the triangle has 3. Similarly, morality cannot be purely subjective. There must be an objective truth to what is right and wrong, a standard set by the Creator. This is why the Creator's guidance is essential. Just as a triangle's 3 sides are an unchanging fact, the Creator must provide us with objective moral truths that are beyond our personal opinions. These truths cannot come from within ourselves, because that would only perpetuate our differences. True guidance, just like the purposeful design of the universe, must come from the Creator. Even when we create something as simple as a phone, we provide a manual explaining how it should be used and what to avoid. If we, with our limited wisdom, do that for basic objects, how much more essential is it for us, complex beings with the power to make decisions, to have a guide? The Creator, with such wisdom and purpose, would not leave us without guidance. He has surely sent us guidance and given us the tools to find it. So, let's explore how this guidance might already be within reach. With so many assumptions, descriptions, and messages claiming to be from the Creator, contradictions arise. And we know that only one can be true, while the rest must be false. So, how do we identify the true message? We apply what we've proven about the Creator. 1. Eternal. No beginning, beyond time and space. 2. All-powerful. Creating and sustaining everything. 3. All-knowing. Aware of everything, every event, details in the past and the future. 4. Intelligent and wise. Seen in the perfect order of the universe. 5. One Creator, without partners or co-equals. 6. Provides guidance. Since He's given everything a purpose, we're not the exception. 7. Timeless guidance. The guidance must remain relevant and proven across all times, with clear evidence of preservation, showing it couldn't come from a created being but only the Creator. Let's apply this checklist to challenge the messages and religions out there, searching for the truth.